And yes, everyone, welcome back. It's the Red Divide. I'm Mark, as always, joined by my cousin Ray, Liverpool fan. What's up, Cuzzy?
Guys, doing good. Another 3 points, 8 points top of the log. Good result, tough game, but yeah, got there in the end. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I mean, we had a draw, unfortunately. What can you expect? Players have only had 2 training sessions with Amorim. I feel sorry for that guy. I think he's seen what a mess the club is. He knows this is going to be hard work. This will be his hardest job, without a doubt. You saw sometime during the game, when it was just before the half or just after the half, he was down on his haunches. He was covering his eyes like this. I was like, man, yeah, we are in a state. We are in such a state. And yeah, it's many years of bad culture that he has to fix. It looks like finally a coach will have the support and structure behind him now with Ineos, but a long way to go with that player culture. You look at Rashford and Casemiro flying to the States during this 5-day break.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's and fair enough to him. You'll never throw a player under the bus, is what he says. He'll rather take the blame, and even if it costs him his job, whatever, he's there to protect the players. So good on him. But starts with the culture, right? He'll change that culture that players won't even think about. Traveling different time zones, thousands of miles away, and to come back and to be at full strength is always going to be tough. So you do enough traveling, playing away from home, especially us in the Europa League. There's no need to put more strain on yourself by taking those mid-season trips for such a short break. But yeah, besides that, decent first game. I think Ipswich were unfortunate. They were probably the better team on the day. Again, they've been in their system for a lot longer than us, right? They're familiar with it. They know what McKenna wants them to do. They anticipate each other's spaces and where they're going to be and put the ball into those areas. I think Hutchinson, did you watch the game? Hutchinson had a hell of a game.
blinder,
Man,
blinder.
that youngster was his touches, his passing, his dribbling, his shot was going sort of in the corner, and that little deflection just took it over Onana. I think Onana might have saved that, but the boy was putting in so much effort that he deserved that, and Ipswich probably deserved more from the game in general. So we were fortunate, but you'd think after that bright start, 84 seconds in, United up, I'm like, hey, new era's begun. Yes, Amorim, well done, brother. Well, we haven't scored in the first 5 minutes in ages, and then all sort of fizzled out.
Yeah, I think it's a true reflection of the game. You did start brightly, but again, Ipswich, they're not a team that sit back. They're a team that attack and attack and attack, and they've got their rhythm. Their players have the chemistry. They know exactly how they want to play on the pitch. So yeah, I agree. They probably deserved the win on the day. But you know what? It's Amorim's first game in charge of United. He's famous for the three at the back, hence why he chose Evans. Normally, Evans wouldn't be a starter. He's trying to get a feel for all of his players, players that are fit and who can fit into the formation that he's most comfortable with. But I guess, like you said, he had his hand in his haunches thinking, what is going on here? The club's been in turmoil for a very long time, and I think it's now dawned on him. But I think he's got the character to keep fighting. He's young, he's got the spirit, and yeah, like every manager that comes into a new position, they always say we need time, and it's true. We've discussed this many times. So let's see how he does now on Thursday. You at home? Yeah, you at home against one of the Norwegian sides. So it'll be good to see what he does now in your Thursday night football. Let's see how he turns out, what team he puts out, and see if he can get a positive result.
Yeah, look, I mean, against Ipswich, a team that's quite athletic, and as we mentioned in the preview, a team that goes for it, right? They attack you no matter who you are. And we would just run in the middle of the park with Eriksson and Casemiro in there. Two older heads with they don't have the fresh legs anymore. So that unfortunately I think cost us. But that is, I think, because Amorim had those players, throughout for the whole 10 days he was there, whatever it was,
Correct.
versus the other guys who came back with it only 2 days before the game.
Yeah.
So he trusted the fact that he had drilled in a little more into those players that didn't go on international duty. He drilled a little more of his tactics into them and felt, let me try these guys, let's trust these guys. And they did okay, but yeah, to your point, Evans never going to be in the starting 11. I don't think Eriksen will be in the starting 11. Casemiro might not even be in the starting 11. If you're looking at athleticism and youth and speed and power going through the midfield, that's no longer the case. Shows glimpses of it, but he can't do that consistently. Just doesn't have the legs anymore. So we'll see how it all comes together. And it's going to take trial and error. We may have a great game, we may have a bad game, but it's a whole new structure, a whole new way of playing, and it's going to take time. He said as much. So yeah. Then we hope, that this game in Europa, as you said, Thursday night, we hope it's a bit of a freebie, a bit of a, you can try these different players in the different positions in the same system and see, what works best. This is a great game as almost a practice game to see how well the guys can do in those spots. Don't take it for granted. It's still a European competition, but you really should be beating a Norwegian team. No disrespect. It's just different levels of the league, English league versus the Norwegian league. So let's hope he's able to, experiment a bit, put guys in different positions and see who excels, just like Ahmad did. And Onana, of course, they both had cracking games on the weekend. And everybody else was sort of, average. So it will take some time for them to find those roles, get good at it. And let's see what happens Thursday.
He must pass up, though. The Norwegian team, they're second on the log, and they've played 28 games already. And their manager has had all of those players playing together. For Amorim, he's still trying to see who's who in the zoo, because let's be honest, Man United's a zoo at the moment. So yeah, it's not. I don't think it's going to be that straightforward that he's going to have the flexibility to to chop and change and see what combinations he can use, because at the end of the day, it's a competition. He needs to win. He needs to get the 3 points. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as you think. But at the end of the day, is what you're looking for. You're looking for a positive results, and you're looking at growth. Yeah, and obviously the players buying into his football philosophy. I think that's probably the biggest gains that you can look for in such a short period of time.
Yeah, and for sure. And I just think him having now these extra few days to drill that into the players, and then he can start actually choosing, a better 11 and work his way to the best 11 that he, sees fit into those positions. We go from there. I'm just glad it's, we're playing this team and we're not playing a Barca or an Inter or, you know what I mean?
Or a Real.
A Real walk in the park, so you guys might be right. But, just kidding. I know you're looking for excuses already. I know you're scared to play Real, but don't worry. Everything will be all right. You guys will be okay.
Yeah, I'm not scared. You have to be brave. Every football game, you have to be brave if you want to win trophies, Marcus. That's just the way it is.
I do hope that Real absolutely slap you guys around, make no mistake. But they're not playing well, and you guys are still sort of flying. Although, let's just talk about that Southampton game a little. You guys were fortunate. A bit of worrying times there for a second when you went down 2-1. I thought, oh, could it be the day? The bottom of the log beats top of the log. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, that hasn't happened I couldn't even tell you how many years. But I think Liverpool started brightly. For pretty much the first 45 minutes, we were on top. They were struggling. They were trying to play from out of the back, and they were making mistakes, but we didn't punish them. And then to be 2-1 down after 60 minutes after the bright start and all the chances we had, I was thinking to myself, something's not gelling well here.
Could be one of those days.
I thought that's exactly. I was thinking to myself, how we had so many chances, dominated this game, and now after 60 minutes we 2-1 down. But then again, the experience, the players that we have. Nice little ball over the top from Gravenberg. Great vision. He's having a blinder of a season. Probably one of the standout performers for us. We struggled to get a number 6 for several transfer seasons now. And he's taken to that position like a duck to water. So over the moon with his performances. And like I said, the experienced players, Salah, nice little finish to go 2-2. And then obviously scoring the penalty to win 3-2. But it was a tough game. It wasn't easy. They kept us humble. I was a little bit disappointed with their penalty shots. Still haven't wrapped my head around it. Like, I don't know, maybe you can help me figure this out. But Robertson fouled the player, Dublin. Great run from him. But outside the box. It wasn't even in the box. And then the commentators were saying, but he made contact outside the box, but then he was falling in the box. I've never heard of a rule like that. You ever heard of something like that before?
Yeah, the only time that I remember that you foul outside the box, but if it continues into the box, then it becomes a penalty. Valencia once, we're actually playing you guys, we're playing Liverpool at Old Trafford. That's actually the game I went to, 2009 or 2010, I think. Valencia was fouled out the box, but it continues, stayed on his feet all the way into the box, and the end of the foul happened in the box, and he fell over, and we got a penalty. So just so that we don't forget this and we make sure we highlight this, Rooney took the penalty, missed it, but scored the rebound. Later, Park Ji-sung went on to score the winner at Old Trafford against Liverpool. Let's not forget that. Anyway, back to the foul. Back to the foul.
So many years ago, I forgot about it.
It starts outside the box, but continues into the box. Apparently, that's one of the rules. It becomes a penalty. Interesting. It's rare, but it happens.
Yeah, like I've been, you know me. I've been watching football for so many years, and I was taken aback with that decision. I was thinking to myself, but how has the rules changed, or just was I never informed that this is how it is? But you know what? It is what it is. They got the penalty. Kelleher saved it. Unfortunately, it went straight back to the player, tapped it in. It's one of those things. What can you do? It's football. But nonetheless, a hard-fought 3 points. Couldn't be more happier. 8 points clear. City losing, Arsenal winning. Yeah, it's a scrap right to the end. What can I say?
Not about scrap right to the end. You're 8 points clear. What do you mean? You could just go on and win most of your games, and you might lift the trophy. Although, knowing Liverpool, knowing your history, I think it's time for a stumble here and there. We'll see what happens. It should be an interesting ending. I don't think it's going to be, the path is clear and you guys just walk right through. I think there's going to be the usual
twists and turns. Yeah, I think there'll be twists and turns. I can't even foresee us just carrying on winning like this. We've won all of our games apart two. We've drawn one and we've lost one. So, the way we've started, that's actually exceeded my expectations. I didn't expect this, especially new manager. Although, credit to Klopp, he left a great team for Slot, you know what I mean? But just for the players to take to his football philosophy so quickly and implement it on the pitch, that speaks volumes.
But yeah. You said a great team. It's not a great team. Shit team. Anyway.
Great team.
But then you also said that exceeded your expectations. I think it exceeded everyone's expectations because nobody thinks that team is good enough to be top of the log. So,
yeah, we go. Yeah, we go. It wasn't so long ago you were singing our praises involuntary. But,
singing your praises, never.
Yes, Liverpool. Yeah, of course you. Especially when we're off camera. When we come on camera, you obviously you have to have this persona. But
just my true feeling. You know how I feel about Liverpool and Arsenal.
Let's tell your supporters what kind of a supporter you actually are.
Through and through. See these guys, yeah. Through and through, my friend.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. So now we've got Real Madrid coming to Anfield. We still got Alisson out injured, Trent out injured. Jota still out injured. I believe that Vinicius has a bit of a muscle injury. So, yeah, it's going to be a good game. You know what? We've got 9 points in the Champions League log. Top of the log as we currently talk right now. But, yeah, it's Real Madrid. You know what? We have a history with Real Madrid. and not a good history, may I remind myself. So yeah, a little bit nervous, if I'm honest. They are, the best team in Europe by far. But I'm hoping Slot has got something up his sleeve to try and contain them and get a good result.
Yeah, let's hope that it's Real Madrid find their feet, get back
No,
to the top of the log, beat Liverpool.
definitely
United
not.
beat Bodo Glimt in the Europa the next
Who?
day.
Who?
You just said it. You said it. Put some respect on their name. That was you who said that. You must watch out. So put some respect on their name. We'll beat Bodo Glimt, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And then it's preview time. Then City can beat you, and then you've lost 2 games in a row. All of a sudden, you get that little shake, and we go from there.
Yeah, you know what? We're playing 2 of the best teams in the world. It's going to be challenging. I'm not going to say that it isn't. City actually played quite decently against Spurs, even though they lost 4-0. I don't know how that happened. Did you watch that game?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was watching the rugby.
Yeah, so Haaland could have had 3 or 4. They created a whole bunch of chances, but Spurs were just, they were clinical. Maddison had 2 shots, 2 goals. And yeah, City, obviously, we know that they're struggling without Rodri. They got De Bruyne's come back now. So, Haaland always thrives under De Bruyne. So, you know what? I actually looking forward to that game, but we have to obviously focus on Real Madrid. That's the next team that's in our path. But yeah, even, I'd like to win at Anfield, but even if we get a draw against them, I wouldn't be disappointed because we always struggle against them, always.
Yeah.
Score prediction?
Which game?
The Real Liverpool, or Liverpool Real, shall I say?
I'm going to go with a 3-2 Real.
It's football. Anything's possible. I'm going to go with a 3-2 Liverpool or a 2-2 draw.
Similar scores. Interesting.
Yeah, tight. I think it'll be a tight game. I don't think it's going to be one team running away with it. Definitely not.
It'll be back and forth, I think. You better have a show.
It'll be a good game.
Yeah, a bit of a
good game for the neutral. Yeah, for sure.
The United should win a little comfortable 3-1 against Bodo Glimt, and then we roll into the weekend.
Well, you know what? You're playing at the Theatre of Nightmares, so you have the home advantage. Not for me. For me, it's a Theatre of Dreams, indeed. 3-0. 3-0, eh?
Don't worry about the past, man.
That's not so past. That's not so past. That's this year.
No, but it's past. It's not today, man. What about the future, man?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, look, I don't know too much about the team that you're playing against to, give them too much credit. But yeah, Amorim, he's shown his quality in Europe. So maybe a 3-2 win for you.
Nice. Oh, awesome. I always enjoy our chats, my cuz, and I look forward to you being wrong and me being right.
Well, it doesn't happen like that all the time. It's very rare that I'm wrong and you're right. But I guess things have to turn from time to time.
Yeah. Just like Liverpool, they're on top now for a change, but they're going back to their age-old way soon.
Been on top for a long time, 10 years already. We've been at the top, my cuz.
Top, but you've only won the Premier League once. What do you mean at the top?
Yeah, we come against a formidable City side. And only of recent years, Arsenal. Arsenal's been up there for the past couple of years.
So City's top. You went top. They've been at the top.
City's always been at the top. Everyone knows it.
I've both been at the top. So who was at the top? You or City?
We took turns. We took turns. How many
times did you win the league?
We only won it once.
Okay, so they've been on top and you had the old consolation.
If you think about how many times Man United won the league and who they were competing against, for what was it? The record, the Premier League's record.
The best Arsenal, the best Chelsea. We had them. We even beat the best City in 2013.
That's not the best City, my cuz.
Excuse me, Aguero, David Silva, my man. No. Don't play games here. Vincent Kompany in his prime. Don't play games here.
You
I know you'd like to take credit as a Liverpool fan, but we had a mighty City to deal with Pep Guardiola.
You're counting 3 players there. Come on.
Sorry. Yeah, yeah.
You're counting 3 players there.
I was just I don't remember the rest. All I know is I focused on United. But those 3 right there, incredible players.
They were. I agree. They were incredible players. But I definitely don't think that City team was as good as the City team of the past couple of years.
Jeez, my man. They had a team.
Yeah, keep going. Who else?
Galclichy.
Ex-Arsenal boy. Jeez.
Yeah, all the ex-Arsenal boys went there.
Yeah, who else?
When did De Bruyne sign for them? He signed for them early.
You're grasping at straws here.
I'm sure. Go look at the team. A hell of a team. So it was a very decent team back in the day. So, yeah, it was good. Don't worry about it. United, we earned all our trophies. COVID, City shut down. They couldn't play. They were scared. Everybody was worried about the disease. You guys apparently were getting fed oxygen. And you guys won the league behind closed doors for nobody to see. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we went on and absolutely smashed the league. Second place was how many points behind us?
Yeah, miracles happen.
Yeah, miracles do happen.
Strange things happened.
Man United haven't won the league for so many years. Man United's been mediocre ever since Ferguson left.
11 years.
Things have happened.
11 years. You went 30.
Well, it might be 30 the way you're going. You know what I mean?
Don't worry. We got time.
You've had more managers and trophies since Ferguson have left. So it is what it is, I guess.
Maybe, but still more trophies than you recent. So it's okay.
We've had more success. It's all right. It's always great to have these chats with you, Marcus. Always inspires me to think more of more Man United jokes. But yeah, we'll keep that. Oh, there's so many. But we'll keep that for the next episode. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share with all your buddies, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.
See you guys later. Ciao.